Today, I'm going to be playing out the 2024 season for the Kansas City Chiefs, but after every touchdown that Xavier Worthy scores, we get to steal a player from the team he scored on. And Kansas City is obviously already absolutely loaded. I mean, they made it to the Super Bowl for the third season in a row, but with that being said, there's always room for improvement. So if Worthy can go off today, by the end of the video, we should have an unstoppable team. I mean, as you can see, this offense is already looking absolutely loaded. This O-line should be a brick wall, and there are a few holes in this defense, but when they're healthy, they are one of the best defenses in the NFL. So as I said, we're already in a pretty good situation right now, but to start off the season, we do have a pretty tough game because we have to play the Baltimore Ravens. But anyways, it looks like the Ravens did score on their first drive of the game, so hopefully we can answer back with a touchdown of our own. I mean, against the Ravens, I am expecting it to be a shootout, so if we want to win this game, we're probably going to have to score every chance that we get, but I'm going to try and go for Worthy here. It looks like he is. Oh, we're going to get hit, man. So that is going to bring up a fourth down. I know this is a terrible decision. Like, if this backfires on me, this could really screw the whole game for us, but I have a lot of trust in Travis Kelce, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down. I am never doing that again, though. That was way too risky for my own good, because if that failed, there would have been a very high chance that we go down by 2 scores there. But thankfully, our gamble paid off because it was a really big gamble. I'm just going to keep it on the ground with Mahomes this time, though. I mean, he got a solid 5-yard pickup there, which is nice, but I want to try and go for a bit of a shot. That could work out. It looks like Hopkins, it's just out of reach. I mean, that was a missile from Mahomes, man, but obviously we put too much power on it, and this time we're gonna get sacked. So either way, it looks like we're not gonna be putting any points on the board in our first drive, but thankfully for us, after that, our defense was able to get a stop, so we still have a chance to put some points on the board before the half, and it looks like nobody is gonna be on Rice, so that's gonna bring the ball all the way to the 1-yard line. I mean, obviously passing the ball here is not the best decision, but since we need Worthy to score the touchdowns, I'm just gonna run a simple route with him, and hopefully he gets there. That was close. I was really hoping that would work out, but I'm gonna try this route right here. If this gets shut down, I actually might just keep it on the ground, but I think we're gonna have him in the end zone. That's gonna be a touchdown. So that's gonna be Worthy's first touchdown of the season, which will tie this game up at 7. But after that, things went very wrong for us very quickly. I mean, all of a sudden we are down by 2 scores in the 4th quarter, but our field position is pretty good right now, so I'm hoping we can at least get something here. And Worthy's gonna be open again, so that is 2 touchdowns on the game for him. We're still gonna be down by 7 points though, so I really need our defense to get a stop. But unfortunately, they were not able to do that. So we are going to lose our first game of the season against the Ravens. But on the bright side, since Worthy did have 2 touchdowns in that game, we did still get to steal 2 players from the Baltimore Ravens. And for the offense, we had to go with Derrick Henry. And we also picked up Kyle Hamilton for the defense. But anyways, that's going to bring us to week 2. And it looks like we have another very good game on our hands because we're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. This is another game that I could definitely see coming down to the wire, but it looks like our defense did get a stop on the Bengals' first drive, so we do have a chance to take a 7-0 lead here. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a must-win game, but I definitely don't want to fall to 0-2 on the season, so I'm really not trying to lose to Cincinnati and Baltimore back-to-back. I mean, that would be a pretty rough start, especially after adding Henry and Hamilton. I mean, I feel like we should be a whole lot better. I'm gonna try and go back to Kelce, who has the first down. I'm gonna keep it on the ground with Pacheco this time. If he gets a solid pickup, I guess I'll try out Derrick Henry and see what he can do. But we have both of them, so I'm probably going to try and use both of them because they have potential to be one of the best running back duos in the NFL. That should be a first down. Henry's got it easily. I mean, I feel like that pickup right there honestly gives me a little bit of a chance to go for a shot. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm hoping that we can get Hopkins open, but he's not. So I'm just going to go for Derrick Henry, who is still going to have the first down for us. If Hopkins could have got open there, that would have been a massive pickup, but either way, we're at the 28-yard line. So worst case scenario, as long as I don't throw an interception or anything, we should at least be able to kick a field goal. Worthy has it down to the 1-yard line though, man. So one more solid play and we could be in for another touchdown, and it looks like Worthy's gonna be there. So I guess we can take at least one player from the Bengals after this, and that will also give us a 7-0 lead to start things off. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter though, and it looks like Joe Burrow was able to answer back with a touchdown of his own, so we're all tied up at 7 right now. But once again, we have great field position. That stop right there might set us back a little bit though, because now we need to get 9 yards just to stay on the field. If this gets shut down, I mean, I will take the field goal if I have to, but we're gonna have Worthy open, so that keeps the drive alive for us, and we have a chance to get 2 touchdowns again with Worthy, and he's gonna be wide open. So that's another 2 touchdown performance from him, and that touchdown is also gonna give us the lead back. And after that, it looks like we were able to hold on to that lead for the win, so that's gonna be Kansas City's first dub of the season. Since Worthy finished that game with 2 touchdowns, once again we got to steal 2 players from the Cincinnati Bengals. And for the offense, you already know we had to take Jamar Chase, and we also got Trey Hendrickson to help out the defense. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to week 7 to see how this team was doing, and ever since losing to the Ravens, it looks like we have been pretty unstoppable because we've won every game since. So we're 4-1 right now, and we're going to be taking on the 49ers, who are 5-1, and San Francisco did score first, and our offense wasn't able to do anything on their first drive, but our defense got an interception off of Brock Purdy, so our field position is great right now. Derrick Henry's going to get stopped pretty quickly there though, so I'm just going to run this route right here. I'm hoping that we can get Worthy open. If not, I actually don't know what I'm going to run after this, but he's going to be there. So we only need 1 yard for another touchdown, but it's also 3rd and goal. So if we can't pick this up, we're going to have a bit of a problem on our hands. I think he should be there though. He's out of bounds. I mean, it's 4th down. I probably should just take the field goal or run it with Derrick Henry, but I don't know how many chances like this we're gonna get with Worthy, so I'm gonna go for it, and it's gonna pay off. So that is gonna be his first touchdown of the game, which will tie this thing up at 7 apiece. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter though, and it looks like nothing has happened since that last touchdown that we scored. I mean, this game has been a lot more defensive than I thought it was gonna be. We're gonna have Jamar Chase wide open though, so that's gonna put us back in scoring position. I mean, I could try and go back for Chase here, but I might see if we can get Kelsey open, because if he can get some separation, actually, we're just gonna have to try to not get sacked. Bosa's gonna get us, and that's gonna go for a pretty big loss as well. I mean, that brings it all the way back to the 44. So now it's 2nd and 21, which really could be a drive killer here unless we get that to work out, but it's overthrown. So now our chances of picking up the first down are pretty low at this point, but I'm gonna see if this route right here can work out. We're gonna get hit again by Bosa, man. He ruined that drive for us. And after that, I was almost certain that San Francisco was gonna go down the field and score a touchdown, but they didn't. I mean, our defense has been crazy today, so we still have a chance to take the lead here, and we're getting hit again. I'm done playing around, man. I mean, certain routes just aren't working today, so I'm gonna see if we can get this one to work out again, because it seems every time I run this, something good happens and Worthy's gonna be in for the touchdown. So that is another big 2 touchdown performance from Xavier Worthy. And after that, it looks like we were able to sneak out with another big win. I mean, we only won by 3 points, but either way, a dub is a dub, so we're 5-1 now. But anyways, obviously, once again, after that game, we got to steal 2 players from the San Francisco 49ers. So for the offense, I picked up Trent Williams to help out the O-line, and I also picked up Nick Bosa to help out the defense. But that's gonna bring us to week 11 for one more big game before I sim to the playoff. We did end up losing to Tampa a few weeks ago, so we're 7-2, and we're gonna be taking on the Bills, who are 8-2. And I feel like this is kind of a must-win game at this point, because the AFC's been pretty loaded this year. I mean, the Bills only have 2 losses, we only have 2 losses, and the Ravens also only have 2 losses. And then there's the Texans, who only have 3 losses. So the race for the #1 seed should be pretty competitive this season. But as you can see, we're down by 10 points right now. So yeah, it has not been the best start for Kansas City. But if we can score here, we should be right back in this thing. I'm gonna try. Actually, we might have Worthy wide open. That might be a touchdown right there. He's gonna be in. I always forget about this guy's speed. I mean, once he gets any separation at all, there's pretty much no catching him. So that will make it a 3-point game. But after that, of course, Buffalo ended up scoring again. So we're back down by 10. And now we only have 5 minutes to try and tie this thing up. So we're going to need to score a touchdown as quickly as possible here. And then we desperately need to get a stop from the defense. I think I should have a lot of yardage here. There's nobody on this side of the field. I wasn't even planning on going for a run with Patrick Mahomes there, but that brings it all the way to the 9-yard line. So once again, we are set up. We're going to get sacked though, so that might ruin things. I'm just going to try and go back to this route right here with Worthy though, because the last 2 or 3 times I've ran it, it has gone for a touchdown. This play might be broken because once again, we're going to find Worthy in the end zone. So that is yet another 2 touchdown performance from him, but we're still down by 3 points. But unfortunately, Josh Allen stormed down the field and scored a touchdown after that, which pretty much put this game away. So Josh Allen's going to give us another pretty disappointing loss. But anyways, since Worthy had 2 touchdowns in that game, once again, we got to steal 2 players from the Buffalo Bills. And I just focused on the defense by picking up Christian Benford. And we also picked up Matt Milano. So as you can see, to end things off, I mean, I'd say this is by far one of the best defenses in the NFL, if not the best defense in the NFL. And on the other hand, it's pretty much the same story with the offense. I mean, this team is looking absolutely terrifying right now. So beating us is definitely going to be a challenge. And even though we did just lose to the Bills, we only have 3 losses on the season. So the #1 seed is still up for grabs. And after losing to Buffalo, it looks like we had a very strong end to the season because we're going to win every single game to go 14-3, which does win the division. But the Bills also went 14-3 and Baltimore went 15-2. So we get the 3 seed, which means we have to play the Texans in the wild card round. But anyways, it looks like our boy Xavier Worthy definitely had himself one hell of a rookie season because he's going to finish the year with 1,000 yards for 11 touchdowns. But anyways, it looks like we were able to beat the Texans in the wild card round. And after that, we went on to beat the Jets in the divisional round. So now we have to play the 7 seed Broncos, who upset the Bills and the Ravens for a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, the Broncos are really making me nervous here too because we're in the 3rd quarter and we're only up by 7 points. I mean, the rain is probably playing a factor into that, but I still feel like we should have more than 7 points on the board right now. I mean, you guys saw how loaded this offense is. It's pretty ridiculous. But, oh, if we stay there, that could have been an interception. I mean, I'm really hoping that our defense can find a way to take the Broncos off the field. That is going to bring up a 3rd down. So one more stop and we are going to take them off the field. It looks like they're going to keep it on the ground though, and they did get the first. I mean, our pass rush is absolutely insane. So I'm just going to run man coverage and hope that I can force them into throwing an interception or something. I mean, if we can keep everybody locked up, I feel like we might even be able to get a sack here, but it looks like they're just going to keep it on the ground, and I did a very bad job at reading that. So that's going to bring it all the way to the 1-yard line, which is going to make things pretty difficult. We did get the 1 stop that we needed right there though, but we're not going to be able to do that 2 times in a row. So the Broncos are going to tie this game up at 7 apiece. But after that, we were able to bring it down the field, and now we're in scoring position. So I'm just going to try and run as much time off the clock as I possibly can here, and maybe we can score like some last second points to win this thing. I honestly wouldn't bet on it though, because the Broncos have the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts to work with, so they're going to be able to stop the clock a lot. I'm still going to do my best to burn all 3 timeouts though. I mean, it looks like Henry's actually going to get stopped behind the line, which is going to set us back a little bit, and we also got caught with delay of game after that too. So it's 2nd and 19 right now. Oh, please don't be intercepted. That's gonna be picked off, man. That might screw us. I thought we were gonna have Worthy open too, man, because that was a route that has been working all day for us. And after that, the Broncos were able to get into field goal range. So the game is on the line right here. It is a very long field goal attempt, but it looks like it's going to be good. So the Broncos are going to walk it off, which is going to send them to the Super Bowl, and they are going to upset our super team. I mean, yes, that interception that we threw was pretty bad, but that play's been working all day, and that was a game that should not have been that close in the first place. I mean, the Broncos are on a generational run right now. But on the bright side, to end off the season, it looks like Patty Mahomes is going to be winning MVP, and it looks like Jamar Chase also got Offensive Player of the Year, and Worthy ended up winning Rookie of the Year. So we cleaned up with the awards. And after beating us and the Bills and the Ravens, it looks like the Broncos ended up losing to the Lions in the Super Bowl. So they are not going to be able to finish off that miracle run with a Super Bowl win. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got everything linked in my description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.